Welcome back to another HeroVersus video. This video I'm going to be talking about Lee. So I'm going to give you a lot of information, a lot of tips and tricks. So if you're planning to pick Lee as your main character, this video is going to help you out a lot. So let's get started. Let's talk about attack speed. Lee has one of the faster attack speeds in the games. He stands on the faster side of the line, so if you're face to face up against your opponent, you will mostly hit them first. So here are some examples. In terms of range, you can't have everything, so if you have attack speed, you're gonna lose some range. So Lee stands on the short side of the line, so make sure you know your distance where you stand, because close up is gonna be your advantage. One step back, you will get hit pretty hard. Two step back, you will get poked. Staying up close is going to be your strong zone, and then staying a little bit back is going to be your weak zone. So always know your spacing and your zonings. In terms of jumping, Lee has a very basic jump. It requires 2 jumps to get into your opponent. 1, 2. But to compensate that, Lee has a forward fly kick, which goes further, so it will be like a swipe forward to help compensate that short distance. Before I go into A, B, C, EX, and Super, I want to mention a few important things for Lee. The first one is his swiping back. Swiping back is a turn punch. It launches them into the air so you can do more combos. If you hold it, if you swipe back and you hold it, it delays it, but it also gives you 1 armor for normal attacks, not special attacks. The light attacks will be absorbed, but the second hit, or if it's a stronger attack, it will go through. Here are some examples. This is an example of showing blocking 1 hit. And then this is going to be an example of the second hit going through. And then the last one is going to be if you successfully hit your opponent with the punch, you can juggle some combos after that. The next move is Lee's forward swipe. So the forward swipe looks like this, but if you swipe and hold it, it goes really far. This is going to be one of your most important moves in the game because it offers so many usage. So mainly there's 4 usage, in my opinion. 1 for closing the distance. So because your jump is not very far, you can use this to instantly close the distance and get in and start doing your combos. Second, you can use it as a combo starter. So if you go in, you can start your combos right away. And third, you can use it as a cross up. So if you knock your opponent down, right, as you're getting up, you can be right next to them. Or you can actually be on the other side. If you walk forward a little bit, you'll be on the other side. So if they don't react fast enough, you can actually catch them on the other side. Okay? And the last one is going to be used in many of your combos as a juggle. So if you're doing a combo like this, oops, let's do it again. So it can be used in many combos because it's going to juggle them and you can do more combos on top of that. The next move is Lee's down swipe, which is a step kick. It doesn't offer that much combo potential, and there's not much usage for this kick, but it's very fast. And it's the only thing you can link after the flip kick, which is this, and you can link after that. Because if you do this, your normal target combo is too slow, so you have to use this kick for connecting after the flip kick. So if you catch them like really far from this side, so that's what it's used for. Next is going to be Lee's up swipe. This is also going to be important because this is also going to be in many of your combo juggles. It also kicks your opponents higher in the air so you can juggle it even more. For example, if I just do this kick, I can't kick them afterward. But if I launch them, I use this kick to make them higher. Now I can kick them again. Same thing with if I do this, kick them higher. Now I can kick them again. So it adds another height to the combo so you can juggle a little bit more. Lastly, your down swipe, your up swipe, and your forward swipe connect. So it looks like this. Just for a little detailed information. Now let's talk about Lee's A move. His A move is a fly kick that kicks your opponent in the air. This is a great anti-air to prevent your opponent from jumping in from their side of the screen. And you will meet them in the air, and after that you can actually do a little bit of juggle combo after that. Also, the distance of where you use it determines how far you guys are going to be standing. For example, if I'm next to him and I use A, we'll be further apart. But right now we're further apart and I use it. Now we're closer together. So keep that in mind when you're doing your combos and when you're fighting someone online. Also, if you catch them from far, there is a little bit of a combo juggle. Something like that. So that's A for Lee. Now let's talk about B. B is probably going to be Lee's most important move because it is the bread and butter, it is the start of the combo, the middle, the juggle. B pretty much goes into anything. So you can use B into A. You can use B into itself. B, EX, B, EX, and then B. And then you can use B into super. And then you can use B into EX. And then, but for C, you can't use it straight up because C is very slow. What you can do is use like this. But the timing is very, very tricky. Because it's very straight, but it does work. You just have to put EX after B. So yeah, that is B. Now let's talk about his C move. C is pretty much a stronger version of his back swipe turn punch. It also has one hit of armor. So if you press C and you let go earlier, it will do a launch punch. But if you hold it to the end, it will do like a stun punch, leaving your opponent falling down right next to you. So if you catch your opponent in the corner, you can do something like that. And if you catch them in the middle, you can do something like this. And if you stun your opponent in the middle, you can do something like this. And if you stun your opponent in the corner, you can do something like this. Now let's talk about his EX move. His EX move is pretty much a stronger version of his high kick, which is this. So this one is just like a stronger version. It's meant for juggles, kicks them higher. It pretty much goes into a lot of things, like you can go EX, into EX, you can EX, B, into EX. You can also EX, EX into A. You can EX into super, but you can't EX into C because C is too slow. But it's basically a extension to your combos. And lastly, his super. So his super is a super short one punch. You may not even hit it from here. That's how short it is. You have to be super close, but it does a lot of damage. But it's very fast. So what you can do is basically EX into super. You can B into super. You can also B into A into super. Oops, too slow. So something like that. And here's 3 sample combos for Lee. And you can even do a simple super combo. So in conclusion, in my opinion, Lee is one of the most resource and meter efficient characters in the game. So because if you look at B has 5 bars, and 1 bar is able to do a lot of damage with just 1 bar, look. So 1/5 of a bar of B, you're able to do 300 damage. That's insane amount of damage. That means Lee will have endless resources to keep applying pressure and putting up pressure during the fight. That is what makes Lee one of the most aggressive characters in the game. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Now you can explore and have fun in the game. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. And I will see you guys on the next video.
Take